So I never thought I'd be the guy writing a long post on the internet about a breakup, but this whole thing unfolded in such a bizarre way that I honestly need to get it out of my head. I'm in my midterm. I've got a pretty normal life, a decent job, some good friends, and until recently, a girlfriend I genuinely thought I'd be building something with. I wasn't expecting some dramatic, movie-style breakup, but I guess life likes surprises. We had been dating for a little over a year. Not super long, but long enough for me to feel like the relationship had potential. She was charismatic, always full of energy, very social, the type who made friends instantly anywhere she went. I usually liked that about her. I'm more chill, more of a let me scan the room first type, so she balanced me out. That's what I thought, at least. Things started getting weird around the time her ex reappeared in her social circle. They had dated a few years ago and stayed friends. I didn't think too much of it at first because I'm not the jealous type and I don't want to be the dude who tells someone who they can or can't be friends with. She mentioned he was seeing someone else now, so I figured it was harmless. I'm not the kind of person who jumps to conclusions without actual reasons. But then the hangouts started. And when I say hangouts, I don't mean the occasional, oh hey we bumped into each other at a cafe. I mean every weekend. Saturday night, she was with him and some mixed groups. Sunday brunch, same group, same ex. Sometimes even Friday evenings after work. She'd tell me it was just the gang, but the gang always seemed to revolve around her and him being present at the same time. If I asked if I could join, she'd give me some excuse about how it was unplanned or how it wasn't really my scene or how it would be boring for me. The excuses piled up one after another. At first, I brushed it off because I didn't want to seem controlling. But when the every weekend pattern kept repeating, I finally started feeling weird about it. Not angry, just confused. I tried to talk to her calmly one night and told her it would be nice if we could actually spend a weekend together once in a while. She said I was overthinking and that I should trust her. Cool. I did trust her. I just didn't understand why our weekends suddenly didn't involve each other anymore, unless I specifically asked. Then came the moment that pushed everything over the edge. She said, completely casually, if you don't trust me hanging out with my ex every weekend, maybe we shouldn't be together. She didn't say it softly or emotionally. She said it like someone commenting on the weather. It wasn't even an argument. She just dropped the line like it was no big deal. I remember sitting there thinking, wow, that's a pretty loaded sentence to drop so casually. I didn't respond right away. I just said, okay. And she thought, okay, meant I was agreeing with her underlying point. What I actually meant was, okay, you've said what you really think of this relationship. For context, there was something else happening at the same time. For months, I'd been offered a job transfer to London. A good one. A jump in salary, better growth, better position, better everything. The only reason I kept turning it down was her. She'd cry about long distance, talk about how it would ruin us, and I genuinely cared about her enough to stay. After the third time declining it, my manager literally told me, you're making a mistake letting this go. But I stayed anyway because I thought commitment meant something to both of us. After she dropped that line, though, something clicked. Not anger, not revenge, just clarity. I realized I was the only one making decisions around us while she was out here prioritizing her ex every weekend. I wasn't trying to win some competition. I genuinely wanted a relationship where we both put each other first. Clearly, that wasn't what she wanted. The next morning, I went into work and told my manager, if the London offer is still open, I'm taking it. He was shocked but happy. HR moved unbelievably fast. I had a flight within the week. I didn't tell her. Not because I wanted to be dramatic, but because at that point, the relationship had already ended the moment she told me that hanging out with her ex every weekend should be normal for me. She didn't even text me much that week, which honestly confirmed everything I was already feeling. She genuinely thought I'd just stay exactly where she left me, waiting for her to decide when she wanted to take the relationship seriously. Then Saturday rolled around, one of her usual ex-weekend hangout days. She texted me in the afternoon asking, what are you doing this weekend? Not, do you want to meet? Not, can we talk? Just a casual check-in, like she wanted to compare schedules between brunches and hangouts with her ex. I was sitting at the airport when I saw her message. Boarding for London was starting in about 15 minutes. I wasn't emotional. I wasn't bitter. I wasn't triumphant. I just felt done. Completely done. I snapped a selfie right there at the gate. Nothing dramatic, just me, my backpack, and the London Heathrow sign behind me. I sent it to her with no caption. She called immediately. I didn't answer. She texted a long paragraph asking what was going on and why I was at an airport. Then a second paragraph. Then 3 missed calls. I replied with one sentence. You said if I didn't trust your weekends with your ex, maybe we shouldn't be together. You were right. Then I turned off my phone and boarded. When I landed in London hours later and turned my phone back on, the notifications were wild. Texts, missed calls, voice notes where she sounded like she couldn't decide if she was shocked, sad, angry, or confused. She said she didn't actually mean what she said, that it was just a comment, that she didn't think I'd actually take it seriously. She said she needed me to come back, so we could talk. She said she felt blindsided. She said she didn't want things to end like this. I didn't reply. I wasn't trying to punish her. I was finally choosing myself after a long time of choosing her while she chose someone else's company every weekend. A couple of days later, she texted saying she realized too late that she had been taking me for granted. She said she didn't expect me to make such a big life choice without telling her. I didn't tell her that I had already made that choice months ago when I kept turning down the transfer because of her. Now, I was finally accepting it for myself. The truth is, if someone genuinely wants to be with you, they won't treat your time like something they can schedule around their ex's availability. They don't test the relationship by seeing how much you'll tolerate. They don't throw out, maybe we shouldn't be together, as a casual response to your feelings. They don't expect you to stay while giving the minimum effort possible. I'm settling into London now. New apartment, new environment, new people. And honestly, I feel lighter. Not because I won anything, but because I didn't keep holding on to something that had already fallen apart. Sometimes you don't need to slam the door or make a big speech. Sometimes you just walk toward the gate with your boarding pass, and that's enough.